A while back I made a video on the game Insurgency, the first one, and talked about how I adore it. Now obviously it's not the first one, it's the first standalone release I believe. I believe the first one is like a mod for something else. But regardless, I think Insurgency is a great game, but the game you're seeing here is fundamentally very similar, but it's set in World War II. This game is called Day of Infamy, a game that you can get on Steam right now for about $4, and it is really good. If you have been watching Battalion 1944 gameplay, but maybe you don't like how Twitch arcadey it is, maybe you want something that's kind of fast-paced like that, but is a little bit more minimalistic, a little bit more realistic, then I think you might like this. This is a fun game. This is one of those bridge between milsim and Twitch shooter type of games that I like a lot. Now, I bought this game knowing there wasn't many players online, and when I bought it, there's only 270 players on the first night that I played, which is shockingly low. And although there's other World War II games like Postscriptum or Hell Let Loose, those games are larger scale milsim games that require more coordination. If you like fast-paced, more like Call of Duty 2 style action, then this is gonna be more your speed. If you thought, hey, Battalion 1944 looks cool, but I don't really want to spend $15 on it, $20 on it, then right now, during this Steam sale, I recommend you buy Day of Infamy. Day of Infamy is on sale until June 20th, so you have a while to decide if you want to spend the $4 on it, but if the gameplay here is enticing you in any way, I highly recommend it. In this gameplay, I'm just doing a small bot campaign where me and some other bots move through a map, capturing objectives, destroying flat cannons until we reach the end and, well, then win. So that's what we're trying to do here, and it's a lot of fun. Like, mechanically, this game feels really good to play. It's very smooth and intuitive. The graphics really aren't that much of a slouch. And getting crisp one-shot kills with a BAR or landing a three-man spread with the Thompson is more than satisfying, and I think a lot of people will enjoy this style of gameplay, especially if they're into World War II shooters. A while back, I also made a video on Tannenberg, a game that I said that was the cool World War I game that nobody's playing, and now I kind of extend that to Day of Infamy. I love Verdun, Tannenberg, and now I'm really enjoying Day of Infamy, and it's tragic that on PC, player bases aren't condensed enough to, fill these games full of players. If the original Insurgency and Day of Infamy went on Xbox and PlayStation, they'd be full of hundreds and hundreds of players, thousands even. But as it stands right now, this game has less players than Halo Reach on the Xbox 360. In fact, I hope Insurgency Sandstorm, and Day of Infamy eventually come to console. I know that some of the games I just mentioned there are a little bit old, a little bit past their prime, but I think that would be great. They would pump so much new life into them, and I don't think that this style of gameplay doesn't work on controller. It does. If Rainbow Six Siege could have a huge following on console, so can this. Now, I know I'm not going to convince too many people to buy this game because it's just my word saying, hey, it's a cool World War II game with like 14 maps and, a small, dying online community. But luckily for me, I just bought it so that I have another game to play in the evening when I'm just chilling out on my computer and watching Wonder Years before I go to bed. The bot matches are fun because the gameplay is satisfying. I don't care if it's a bot, lining up a one-shot headshot with a Thompson is satisfying as shit in this game, and I will play against bots occasionally, and that was well worth my $3.97. I don't have that many active subscribers, I'm well aware of that. I know that I'm not going to turn the tides, but if just 50 people could play this game, hell, if I could just get 30 of you to go spend $4 right now on this game, then instead of 270 players, it will have 300, and that's a little better. And when you buy it, please actually try to hop into servers, and that's how games stay alive, and this is why they die, is that when they start to die, nobody wants to take the initiative and try to play it. But I also kind of blame YouTubers that could have saved this game. YouTubers that cover games like this actively could have been saving it by giving it lots of publicity. But you're thinking, well, boom, this game's kind of old and there's better games out there now. I think better is pretty damn subjective, but I will agree that this game is a little bit older, but it's just sad because I think it's one of the better World War II games in this style you can play. Like I said in my Insurgency video, if you're one of those guys that loves minimalistic but fast-paced shooters, you love to play Call of Duty's hardcore mode, then games like Insurgency, Insurgency Sandstorm, and Day of Infamy are for you. If you want that next step in realism and intensity, I would definitely recommend this style of game, and I definitely recommend this game in particular. This game is only $4, up until June 20th, and I highly recommend you play it and try to hop into as many servers as possible. Between the very long Steam sale, this video, and maybe some other videos that other YouTubers could make about this game, it might come back a little bit and be worth playing again. As a community, we can bring a game back into relevance, and as a content creator, I can maybe lead that charge a little bit. This game is stupid fun and I'd love to play it online, but it's hard when there's only like 2 servers. One has 7 people and the other has 32, everyone else is playing against bots. Even if I have to play against bots, I will try to stream this game soon and kind of do some live marketing of it. So yeah, maybe that'll work. I don't know. I want to be the reason a game comes back, especially when it's a game that I love the mechanics of, but just can't really find any real people to play with. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.